Hey y'all, this is Ape Escape 2. We're going to show you 4 different runs throughout the game's history. 4 relatively notable ones. You got the best known time by Squid. You got the first run with a big level skip by me in the top right corner. You got Ambasa's, and his was the best time for a long time, so I figure it's worth putting in there. And then CrashNumbers. This is a pretty notable run from before the ability to float was found. The first level is pretty much the same for all of them, so I figured this is a good introduction. Speaking of which, I'm Ion. I've already said I'm the guy in the top right, and I've got some people here with me. Introduce yourselves.
I'm Shad, also regular Shad. I run this game. I'm currently 5th place. I have like a 57, and yeah.
My name is Bman. I do a lot of Ape runs. Ape 2 is one of my games for a while, and I've pretty much seen before, floating, and after, so we'll see how this goes.
First few levels are going to be relatively similar between all of them, because the ability to float, like Bman was talking about, doesn't come into play until a good amount into it, probably like 8 to 10 minutes in, depending on the run. The floating thing, like, you get the slingshot, and it kind of lets you carry your upwards momentum from your jump, but we'll cover that when it actually happens. The main thing you're going to be seeing between the different runs right now is just gameplay differences, like in terms of like how good they are, in terms of like diving, I guess. I think there's a route difference in this level though.
Yeah, right off the bat, if you notice, some use a technique called boost jumping to get up straight up on the ledge, and others take the boat. There's also a noticeable difference here, where Ambasa boost jumps over the ledge, while the others simply grab the ledge.
Here you'll see Squid do a found trick that was recently found, while Crash from a while ago goes in the pool.
Yeah, Crash takes an entirely different route. I don't blame him, honestly. Like, the monkey on top of the bridge is a big pain. This is the first level where you get the hula hoop that lets you run them really fast. And in pretty recent days, there's been a different route through this level. It's essentially the same, it's just you go in a different kind of circle, but you still circle around the whole thing. If anybody's wondering why the audio is coming from Crash's video, that's because it's the longest out of all of them, so it'll last the longer and you get to hear the most. It'd be really awkward to just have no sound while Crash's video was going.
Also, we should probably explain from Crash is using the English version, which, as you might have seen from the first monkey, he sees you a lot faster than in the Japanese version, so it takes a little bit longer for Crash to actually catch him compared to the other 3.
Squid's route can be a little bit faster, assuming that last monkey he caught, the blue one, is closer to where he jumped up. It was pretty far away, so it ended up being pretty even with the others, as you can see, like, as compared to my video. Not exactly even, but pretty close.
Crash taking the long way around.
Yeah, that is a hell of a route.
I also don't know if we brought up the gadget swapping yet.
Oh no. This is a pretty straightforward boss fight, so it'd be a good time to bring that up. Since we were talking about US versus Japanese differences before, another one is that on Japanese, which 3 out of these 4 runs are using, you can, well, so much for the fight being different. Crash got owned, dude. But,
Nah, man, it was back then.
really? Goodness.
Yeah. You would death warp and you would just end up right next to him.
Oh, for real? Damn, okay. But, if you're playing US version, you have to open a menu to switch gadgets, and on the Japanese one, you can just, like, mash a button, and that button will cycle through different gadgets. Like, if you wanted something different on square, you just hit square over and over until you get what you want. Probably saves like 20 to 30 seconds throughout the whole run. It also opens up new routing opportunities on Japanese, because opening the menu takes like 2 seconds or something. So There's a few like second time savers that you can do on Japanese that are just stupid on US. Don't do it.
Oh, that's speed up.
Good speed up, dude. Much appreciated. I'm not sure about the route for Crash on this level. I feel like he's gonna do something off the wall. Yeah, he's going to the right. He decided
Test
to.
route.
Yeah, test route.
Yeah, the right side can actually be like a few seconds faster if it's done well. Also up here, you'll notice that 2 of the runs do a jump catch and get a double catch on those 2 monkeys. That was found by me, kinda. I think,
Hell yeah.
at least. But yeah, then everyone started doing it. So
The thing about going around the right at the start, like Crash was trying to do, it's only faster if you do like a thing that lets you keep your momentums in the air. Like if you let go of the left stick, then you'll just go farther, and it lets you skip waiting for the stairs a little bit. And that wasn't found when Crash or Ambasa's or my run up there was out. Well, it was kind of there for mine. It wasn't really used much except for like the big skip that I mentioned. Like the whole reason that run's even used in this video.
and also
You might
on
see it
the
again with the 2 monkeys in the last room. They saw Crash a little bit earlier as well, which is just another show of English. It has a little bit of the monkeys have better sight in English, I guess you could say.
Yeah, they see farther, so they're much more difficult to set up. Because on Japanese, you can just kind of walk up to them and get them. Speaking of that big skip I was talking about, this is the level where it takes place. You're going to see Crash kind of just go and take the bridge and go through like a little hallway. So Squid did it the first try, and on mine it takes me 3 times. And of course Ambasa's not doing the skip either.
So yeah, they gotta take the long way all the way through this long
You can kind of
area.
see why. You can see why the skip's better. There's just a long period where there's no monkeys, and it takes forever to get through.
And plus, you gotta try out the robot a lot longer. So
Yeah. Yeah, we
This
haven't even
was-
got to that part yet.
Yeah, this is one of the most important dips that I think everyone was trying to find at the time.
Yeah, I was screwing around in like the 3rd level of the game or something. I was trying to see if I could make a jump that you normally couldn't, and I accidentally went too far, and it led to this. It lets you jump from really high up in the first room in this level and get to the back of it. Like, you just make a big backwards transition. So this is going to be quite a long wait. I really hope Muffin sped this up because, oh my god. I'm so glad this isn't here anymore. If anybody tells you Ape 2 used to be better, they're a liar. Like, look at this. This is awful.
At least this level.
In comparison, they have a much faster robot in Ape Escape 3 that you can just fly around in. Doesn't move as slowly as this one.
Yeah, it has like a dash,
it's
right?
A2, not A3.
Yeah, I know. I was just talking about Ape 3.
There's nothing else to talk about.
Yeah, it's just a long, slow robot walking.
Well, no speed up, dude. It's over. It's okay, though.
I wasn't even paying attention. Crash missed a monkey somewhere. And then he had to go look at the last one.
Based Crash, dude. I think he didn't get one of the ones in the first room. I wasn't paying full attention. Yo, here's where the flying kicks in. You get the slingshot here. You're not going to see it for a little bit because you can't travel very fast with it. You just go upwards really quick. So since the first room is really open, you're not going to see it for a little while. Looks like everybody's taking the first initial route. They're going for the monkeys at the bar first. Although Crash is taking the safe thing and knocking them out.
Yeah, and also Crash, in the new route, you use explosives a lot more than you did in the old route. So if you saw Crash go into here really quickly, that's why he's somehow in the lead.
Yeah, there's a little detour you can take in this level. Like, you go get explosives at a set drop, then you go into the bar, then you come back out, and the explosives have reloaded. So you're kind of looping around the room once. And it's a little slower to do that, of course, but the explosives save a bunch of time on bosses, so it's just worth it. That was a little thing that I figured out you could do. As soon as I realized the explosives, like, respawned on loading screens and all that, I figured, hey, why not? Shoutouts to this route that Crash is doing, this is cool.
Yeah. So
This is really good.
in the meantime, the other 3 runs just finished, but they were doing the floating technique, which is known as either air crawling or air walking. It's a pretty simple technique. You just kind of you'll jump and then pull the slingshot back, then hit the left analog stick in to do what you would do, like
To crawl.
yeah, to crawl. Yeah, that's why it's air crawl. But and then you'll jump again, or no wait. What is it again? Oh yeah, you cancel.
You jump, yeah.
Yeah.
Like you jump to
cancel
get
with
some
the
upwards
camera.
momentum, and then you crawl, and then before your upwards momentum starts to like stop because you got too high in the air, you cancel your jump, or you cancel the slingshot rather. And because you're crawling, the game doesn't check if you're on the ground, so you just keep whatever speed you had upwards. So the faster you do it, the faster you go up, really. You'll see people double jump for it a lot because the double jump gives you more time to do it.
It's very precise to get a single jump, like a really good one. So I think Ambasa does it quite a lot, which is really impressive.
Yeah, Squid used to do it, but then he found a trick where if you do it like incredibly fast, then you just float in place. So he stopped doing that. These routes look pretty similar so far.
Yeah, here you can you'll notice that Squid like actually bopped the monkey with the RC car, and he just gets stunned there, and you can just grab him right away. Pretty useful.
I think the big difference is going to be in the second half right here. Because there's a few tricks you can do with the floating, and you can also use the like air momentum extender thing, or you can just call it a long jump, I suppose.
Yeah, you can just
It's
see
pretty good.
Squid doing it right there.
Mm-hmm. He gets across the gap, whereas in my old run there, I had to like jump down in the pit and float up. I assume Ambasa did the same thing. I wasn't paying attention.
Ambasa floated over the whole time. So.
Oh, he floated over the whole thing. That's even better. And Crash is doing the intended way, where you gotta make a little bridge pop out with the RC car.
Quality glitchless run.
So, pretty interesting level. Same overall route, it's just how you did it was different, and that was a huge change. This boss should be mostly the same amongst everybody, except it'll be a little faster for the people that went and got extra explosives. I know Squid's gonna do it, I don't know if I did it in this old run. Ambasa does not do it. Nor Crash, of course.
Yeah, Ambasa actually like does this neat technique where he does an airwalk and then he gets pushed back and just hits yellow with the stun club.
It's
But
so
that's
cool
not
looking.
useful. It's not useful anymore because you just hit yellow with explosives, so
Rest in peace.
no point in doing it
It should
anymore.
be.
Style got replaced with speed. Okay, yeah.
English voice acting.
Just soak it in.
Quality boss fight. It's just dragging out.
But yeah, because Ambasa and Crash did not use explosives on the guy, they gotta sit through another cycle. So it's probably... Well, you can probably tell from the video, but I'm gonna estimate like 10 seconds slower, thereabouts.
I'm not sure how different the snowball route is coming up.
Ooh, it's gonna be drastically different, I bet.
So let's watch Crash go get the Santa monkey.
I'm so ready. Thing about Snowball, you use the float a lot. Like a whole lot. Like you can see 3 people doing it right at the start, and that's not the last time you're gonna see it. Crash takes a long way around to get him, and then other people just float up over here onto this cliff. But Crash can't do that.
He's
That
trying
wasn't
really hard
invented yet.
to
Yeah,
jump
he
catch.
Oh yeah, if you go for a ground catch in this game, and a monkey's looking at you, or they're aware of you with the little red light going off, then they can actually just get a free dodge, like they'll spin out of the way or flip or something. But if you catch them in the air, the game doesn't let them do that. So it's a little safer to do it, but you gotta have really good control of your guy, or you miss, like Crash did a few times.
I would also like to point out that this is probably the most like hurtful level in the game. It's the most punishing.
Oh, definitely.
The big deal, like, I suppose the big difference between this level and other ones is, well, at least for the route that 3 of them, not Crash, are taking, is that you gotta get 5 of 6 monkeys coming down, and they all move down the hill really fast. So you need to knock as many down as you can and then get them, because if one of them gets away, then they're moving fast away from you, so you have to waste a lot of time chasing them down. And it gets even worse if you miss more than one, then you gotta chase another down afterwards. It's just awful.
Can't believe he actually went all the way back here to get these monkeys from
Yeah.
the mountain.
That was something.
Crazy.
Thank God you sped that up.
Yeah, for real. I think it's funny that Crash did a boost jump, but he didn't go straight up to the next platform.
And here you will see the start of the boost fly. The trick before the oh crap. Crash just failed it miserably.
Oh no, Crash. But yeah, this level's meant to be really long. Like, you go through a little area, and then you emerge at like the back of this place that all 3 of them except Crash are in right now. Although you could say they're entering from the back. But I think Crash is going to have to go into the front. I'm not too sure what the route's going to be here. Because all the ledges are so high up for him, I can't imagine him getting any skips. He's probably just going to take the intended way.
It's been so long since I've done a pre-float route, so I don't even know.
He skips the turret monkey. Oh, and everybody else is about to finish. It's not really worth talking about the other route. This kind of self-explanatory. Like, you fly up into the cave, get some monkeys, come out, then you just get the other ones that are nearby.
And I'm guessing it would have taken him too long to kill that turret monkey without something like explosives or the magic punch.
Because he needs, what, 2 more monkeys, right? Or 3, I guess?
Right.
It'll be 2 after this one, I think. Yeah. So getting that 1 turret's not worth it, because you get quite a few more in here. Nice boost fly up there. I don't think we really explained the whole boosting thing. With like, we said you can do it, but it's about it.
That was a pretty cool catch. He
Yeah,
boost flied up.
I'll
and
explain it. Okay, so the boost flying is when you double jump and you swing your net, you get a little bit extra height, and basically you cancel that animation with a different gadget, and it's called a boost jump. But if you were to do it into the Skyflyer, you get the ground fly height off of the double jump, which gives you significant boost in height. And it allowed for a lot of really cool skips. You'll see like down near the end of the game. But that's been completely replaced with the net floating. So, or not net floating. I'm thinking of Apes K3.
Yo, did Crash
the
like?
air floating?
Yeah, he
Did
just,
Crash just run into the monkey? Like, I didn't think you could do that on US. He just crashed into the monkey hiding in the shell and he got it. Like, wow. Okay.
I've got this
You
up.
can still do that on JP.
Yeah, I didn't know you could do it on US is the thing. I thought he would see you too soon.
Now you can just scoop up the monkey without even running into him, but that's
Something
interesting.
you're not gonna see because the one guy in US isn't doing this route, You have to be really careful approaching that UFO monkey at the end. Like, you have to basically get on the edge of the platform, charge up your hula hoop, and then go towards him. Otherwise, he is going to get into the UFO before you get there. And then you gotta knock it out.
Way faster.
Alright, the thing about
And we
Pink
have
Monkey...
the English.
Yeah, dude, English Pink Monkey's the best. But the big difference here between the top two and the bottom two are the top two actually destroy the bombs on the flowers, which keep the flowers around, they don't explode or anything. And you're kind of seeing it on Ambasa's screen right now, he's got to slowly jump through. Whereas if the platforms are there, it's not really a big deal.
And also, up here in the second phase of the fight, it's really heavily luck-based, but there's also, you can see in Ambasa's screen, there's an electricity attack that the top two aren't going to get, because it was found that on Japanese version, if you stand over in the corners, you actually won't get that attack ever.
Since Crash is on
there's-
US, it doesn't matter what he does, he's gonna get it.
Yeah, so, but yeah, there's a couple of attacks here that you can get.
There's what, like 6 or something? You get the lightning on the ground, she can throw like a big jack, a dolphin, beach balls, the bombs. Is that it?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay, yeah, and each one has a different amount of time that they take to actually finish, so you want certain ones. You want like the jack or the dolphins or something. The lightning is the longest, so it really sucks to get it. That's another reason US version is heavily handicapped, because
Yeah,
there's the chance of getting it.
Aside from the lightning, the bombs are the second slowest, or the slowest.
Yeah. Alright, right at the very start, you're going to see Squid charge up his hula hoop before he runs. If you activate it while stationary before you start running, then you actually can move, like, down slopes without getting caught on anything. Like, by slopes I mean things that are kind of relatively big changes in elevation, like staircase, in this example. You can just run up them just fine if you let go of the stick or something, but down doesn't work the same way. And I think Squid's run's the only one that's going to showcase stuff like that. It's just a minor time saver, but it's pretty significant when you consider how much it's done, in this level especially. There's this part where there's a bunch of spike balls coming down, and the slopes are just up and down, up and down. So with that little... It's just a little momentum preservation technique again. You can just get through it real quick, no issues. Like if you look at Ambasa right now, he's having to stop and go a lot because he's not doing it. Same on Ions up there, mine.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any differences in what Crash does.
Looks to be about the same to me, because there's no fancy flying yet, it's just catch the monkeys and then go.
Right, it might be a little bit different here, I'm not sure. As soon as he gets into the next area.
This is another pretty polarizing area in terms of times, like, you'll see
Oh,
me
that's
being
why
way behind.
Crash left the monkeys.
Oh yeah, okay, I was wondering how he was so far ahead, and I was going to bring that up. Maybe he just had a really good one, but he just ditched some, and then came back for them later, which is eating a lot of time. Like, it's honestly better to just get them while you're out here, instead of chasing them down. Like
Yeah, it seems like he got kind of confused onto what to do there. He didn't know whether to chase after that blue or go find something else.
Yeah. This is a tricky level to figure out. You just gotta know, like, which ones you need to go after first. If you choose the wrong one, then Crash situation happens. Speaking of Crash, instead of, like, going out of bounds like the other three did, he takes the intended route where he kinda holds onto a little pole and then goes this way. It's pretty comparable in time, honestly, because you end up at the same spot.
Quick jump
But,
catch.
Yeah.
Oh, but he's got the blue up on these pillars, which is pretty bad.
Yeah. This is the main reason why this route's a little bit slower than just going out of bounds and flying over. Because when you do it this way, the monkeys can go up here, and this is not where you want to be. something you want to do, that platform the two are on right now, you can jump from there to the next area. Like, I think Crash
Plus,
is
there's
just
the
gonna
fact
do
that
it.
you know
Yeah.
if you try like catch them, they can just like move and you fall right off the ledge.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
He actually took
wow.
the same route. He just did a boost fly up there. That's cool. He didn't have to do the little RC car thing.
Very nice.
Yeah, man, this is bringing back memories.
This is the OG stuff, dude.
True skill.
Back
Y'all
when
are
this
gonna
game
wait
was
and,
hard.
like freak out back in. Yeah, y'all are gonna freak out in like Coach Imp and the Moonbase. Those were really cool.
Pretty easy rocket monkey catch. But let's see. Yeah, he saw Crash at the bottom of the stairs. That's a pretty extreme example of just how far away they can see you on this.
I'm wondering if he like tried to do a really high up jump catch as soon as the monkey popped out. The one that used the banana rang
did.
on. Crazy.
On Squid's way out, he does the little, like, activate the hoop while standing still thing. So, while going down the stairs, he's fine. He doesn't stop or anything. And instead, you're seeing people just, like, dive off the stairs or whatever, because it's better. Well, it's better without that, you know? Instead of stopping and going 10 billion times.
As you could just see in Crash's video.
Yeah, one cool thing about Crash's route is he's not gonna have to deal with the stars, I don't think. But instead, he gets to deal with the submarine, which is arguably a little worse. Wait, does he do the save and quit thing here? Or does he just go
Doesn't
back?
seem like it.
Oh,
He just
yeah.
goes.
Okay. Dude, like, way back in the day, dude, I'm sure Bman can talk more about it than me, but people used to, like, exit the level and restart it instead of going all the way back.
Oh yeah, like in this level, an old route which was actually faster than this one was that you would go and catch like I think there's 2 monkeys inside the water that he came out of with the submarine. You basically get that, and if you go any further, then you basically soft lock the game and you have to restart. But you basically second my restart and then you come back at the start of this level.
Okay, yeah, he does have to
Back
sit
then
to
was
the
really
stars
fast.
too. Dang. Yeah, if you
I
can't
think it
like,
ends
skip
full
to
here.
whatever part that you want, then yeah, that'd be pretty quick.
Over here, Squid's gonna clip into the little tank here. Fortunately,
Yeah.
he missed the pop out.
Yeah,
Should
there's a
get-
thing. Okay, like the whole deal with the Skyflyer is like when you use it out of the little floaty thing, then the game still thinks you're on the ground, but it doesn't know where you should be. So it just sucks you down to whatever height it's assuming you're at right now. So you can use that to kind of clip downwards in some places, and it's useful to get into that fish tank. If you're really precise with it, like you just nail it, then you can land in the middle and catch a monkey, and when you catch the monkey in the fish tank, it pops you upwards, which lets you clip out. But if the monkey moves away from you, which is just bad luck, or if you're in a bad spot, then you don't clip out, and that's what happened to Squid, probably. Yeah, the reason everybody else floated around this little area that Crash went into is because this mini-boss monkey takes ages to fight, and it's just not worth it. So you just skip him entirely.
You could still skip the bull, but it was a really precise boost jump.
Yeah, I've tried that before. I wanted to see if it would be faster to do that, and I think it ended up being slower somehow. Because you can just like float up to the top of the whole building and then just use your hula hoop to go faster. Oh, dude, I can't even imagine what this is gonna be. Right off the bat, it's just everybody's going different ways pretty much. Dude, Crash with the sick boost fly. What? How do you not get that? Unbelievable. Okay, yeah, that one was
boy.
iffy.
This one was really precise because you had to like move like back the same time they move sideways so that you don't get like stuck underneath the lip and it was pretty weird.
Yeah, slight difference. It's already passed, but Ambasa just floated across the gap, and everybody else used Skyfly to go across, which is faster. Even Crash did it, dude.
Pretty sure that these the routes are similar on the faster 3.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
just
Crash just skips it.
better gameplay.
Yeah, the thing Bman was talking about a while back, where like the other runs use explosives more. One of the reasons is because they're in kind of hard to get places if you're not just flying out of bounds. So Crash doesn't get 2 explosives as everybody else did because he didn't sit through like a cutscene and going kind of backwards in that area. Because you really couldn't do
Is
that
he gonna do this skip?
in a sizable
Oh no,
amount
he's
of
not
time.
gonna. So
What
you
skip was
could
he gonna
also
do?
skip. Yeah, you could also skip to the top area of the pyramid, but you basically had to do a boost fly and then start your hoop the exact time that you land on the slope and fall down, so that way you get pushed up instead of down, like a
That is
tiny
cool.
bit. It's very precise.
Yeah, that sounds pretty hard. So how old is Crash's run? Because I know Ambassa's run is a little over a year old at this point. Squid's is pretty recent. Like Squid and mine's are within the last year.
I know that Crash got his he got his time like around the time that I started a bit, and then he kind of just like went off the face of the earth.
Yeah, he's not with us because
So-
he's dead. I'm sorry. Rest in peace.
Yeah, Ambassa's run was apparently about early last year.
So almost 2 years old.
Oh boy.
Yeah, nice one, Crash. But yeah, this is also very different because he skipped a few monkeys that we got because of the whole flying thing. I'm not so sure about that route. I don't know if I agree with it. Even with the out of bounds stuff, he probably could have done better than that.
Yeah. On this boss fight, if you stand pretty close to the robot, you can actually commonly get him to do this this stun club attack. You see it on Ambassa's screen, and if you'll notice that he's crawling underneath, which you can do. But the faster way to do it is, or the faster way to hit him is to simply go through him with the hoop, as you see Squid doing,
Crash is doing it
or
too, dude.
fail. Oh wow, I didn't even notice.
Yeah, this is old tech. It's kind of weird that Crash did it and Ambassa didn't, considering how fast it is. Maybe Ambassa
Wait, so-
was more consistent.
Yeah, maybe it just wasn't. He wasn't sure how to do it completely.
This is a very luck-driven boss. Like, you can knock him out of pretty much all of his attacks, just some of them are a good bit more difficult to do so. So oftentimes
know.
people's times will vary.
Yeah, like I don't know why, but normally whenever I do a run, like and I stay in like really close to him, I seem to always get like a vast majority of stun clubs instead of other things, which is fairly fast.
Yeah, Stun Club's really easy to knock him out of. The worst one's the one where he spits a laser out of his mouth. Yo, Crash, setting up this catch, dude. He doesn't want to miss it. It'd be really bad. It's like, if you miss that catch, the 2 monkeys jump into the water and then you gotta get them, you gotta chase them down and then come back up. For everybody else, if you miss it, you just fly back up, but because Crash can't do that, he would have to go all the way around in the water and then go back up into the ship, and that would just suck. So I don't blame him for making sure.
Over here in the middle island, you really want to catch these 2 monkeys before they get into these cannons in the center, because that can waste a lot of time.
Yeah.
Since we have one English runner on, you will see the best name in the game coming up soon.
Oh, dude, it's happening. There's a few different ways to do this room. Like, you can just fly up, you can hit the little spinners to make the platform come out, walk along that.
You can cut the corner.
Yep. Next room, you can use the boat. You can not use the boat. You can just damage boost across. There's so many different ways to do this room. It's hard to keep up with it, man.
The routes for these two levels don't really vary that much.
No, because you don't really fly over anything. You could. There is a faster route that nobody's done real time. But if you do it, you don't get explosives that are guaranteed with this route. So you would have to hope that you get drops off of enemies, and nobody's willing to do that when there's so much other luck in the game.
Task the Gotcha machine.
That's actually slower than doing it, funnily enough.
Shh. Get them once, like every single time that you go out of a level. I'm pretty sure that'll be pretty fast.
Oh, something about the
here's
robot. I forgot to bring it up. If you hit the robot's weak point before breaking his sword, then he has to do a big spin attack every time. So breaking the sword first and then beating on him is better. And I think Crash just went for the weak point over and over.
Yeah, man, it even shows that in the demo.
Yeah. Good stuff. I mean, I'm not much better because I actually did the same thing. Because I kind of went off Crash's run and Ambasa's. I just kind of took a few things from it, and I didn't notice that. So, my bad.
Yeah, I remember just like we had the one okay, never mind. I just remember that we had this one message in the Skype group, and just like, hey, I just realized that the demo has the new strats for like everybody, and because like Crash was in there, and Ambasa's run was like all didn't do it, so it's like we watched the clip, and it's like, oh wow, it does do.
There's a lot of hot tech in the demo, honestly. This level's been pretty samey.
Yeah, man.
The top two runs did some damage boosting at the start, but the other ones played it safe.
Yeah, and there's a
yeah.
small route difference here,
It's
where
pretty.
Ambasa takes the time to grab these 3 blue monkeys, or at least try to, while they're coming down, and everyone else, or at least the top 2 runs, are taking a faster route up here.
It is a pretty small difference, yeah. Because like this is a thing I came up with, the route Squid's doing, possibly mine as well. I can't remember. I think I came up with something better after that run. But instead of waiting, you just go and get the monkeys. Ends up being way better.
There's actually a way to get a triple catch on these 3 monkeys by the igloo, but it's fairly inconsistent. At least I think so. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a Bman thing, I'm pretty sure.
Did it once. It was fun.
Alright, so Ambasa kind of did something similar to Crash, but like, man.
Yeah,
This
if
is
you miss
intense.
any of these monkeys, they just run all over the place. Which is why a consistent triple there would be really helpful.
It's not consistent in the least.
Yeah, not at all right now.
I'm so ready.
Oh boy. So yeah, if that monkey sees you on top of the dinosaur, you can just get shot off no matter what.
Yep, we got blasted. Ambasa did anyway.
Yeah.
It's okay because Crash got smacked by the little pig dude.
This level is actually really different. You'll see the boost flying a lot in the next area where it has the big tree. Now you can just like float up it, but on this one you had to go up a certain amount of height on the slope of the tree, and then boost fly, and then boost fly off the post of the fence. It's really dumb.
I'm ready to see it. Get some hot
Yeah,
American
water
menuing.
cannon strats.
But yeah,
Water
the other
cannon
three are
strats,
just
man.
floating up. I think Ambasa does this area slightly different from Squid and I. Like, he uses the Skyflyer to float down. Squid's doing the trio right now, so it's kind of self-explanatory. Let's watch Crash's hot technique. The two-part boost fly. This is actually faster than using the slingshot to float up, believe it or not. You just have to get it, like, first try both times. It's like,
Crazy.
I think a fifth of a second faster or something. Pretty close.
But yeah, in the area with the T-Rex, there's another set of 3 monkeys that you can actually get a fairly consistent double catch on the red and yellow, and then pick up the blue that you ran into with the hoop.
Man, I
Pretty
love the out of
tricky.
bounds.
But saves a lot of time because you don't want the blue running around everywhere really fast.
There's so much out of bounds at the end of this level, dude.
Oh, I want to know if we're gonna see the very precise boost jump where you go up the little hump in the ground, which is just a tiny little elevation, and just barely grab the ledge for the next monkey.
I think for the ending, Squid, me, and Ambasa were all pretty much the same.
Right in the logs.
He knocked the monkey down, but I don't think that's what he wanted to do. Okay, you got it, it's fine. And then this next part is kind of the same, you just do it like in reverse to how everybody else did. You catch the... Oh no, he got something extra earlier, I guess? I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, he got the second monkey in the tree area. I got
Yeah,
a
there's
log.
Yeah, I gotcha. There's just another monkey around that big tree area that he had to float up to, and just got that instead. It makes sense, because it would take him a while to go up the staircase to get the monkey up there. So, they're fighting Red Monkey right now. This should be about the same between all of them, it's just, some have explosives, some don't. And you can break his guard faster, because he'll block at first, and you gotta knock him out of it, so... You can do like a spin with a stun club. You can do like a jump into spin, or you can do like a ground pound with it to break it too. I'm gonna look at Crash and Ambasa's. Well, Ambasa's is done, so I'm assuming he did it the same as the top two. It looks like Crash is trying to do the spin, but he's not doing it fast enough, I guess. Still pretty close. If you do the spin fast enough to break Red Monkey's guard at the very end, you can actually stop him from doing an extra attack, but Crash ended up getting it. Yeah, very good question from Mufin. How did that fight compare to the DK64 boxing match? Versus K-Rool? Thoughts and opinions?
Well, that one was like a multi-part fight, and this one is just a garbage fight.
Yeah,
It's only
agreed.
amusing because there's a T-Rex looming in the background that he suplexes.
Yeah, Squid found something really funny with that. Like, if you go far enough out of bounds and everything, the T-Rex takes ages to come get you. It's pretty fantastic. Like, the screen will freeze and you'll get a cutscene of him just coming all the way over.
Something that I saw Ambasa do was he walked over the pole instead of just hanging off of it.
Yeah, that is really hard to do. Shout out to
Really-
Ambasa for doing that.
Really tricky because any movement can just like flip you back down onto holding it or just make you fall off.
Yeah, you gotta be right on the middle the whole way.
Walk straight down it.
Crash is hanging on, like, he's just boost flying instead of floating. Ooh, he went around the little pole, that's really cool, I like that. Instead of doing like a ledge grab, he just floated all like around the pole, it's good.
We
You
did.
can't actually get the ledge grab, so that's
oh,
why.
okay. Squid got a pretty lucky catch. You can catch a monkey through a window there, and it saves like 8 seconds if you do. I don't think anybody else is gonna get it. Like, I know I didn't, and Ambasa didn't get it. The monkey, well, Crash didn't even check for it, so I guess he didn't know you could.
I don't even
But-
think Crash knew about it back then.
Yeah. But just from like looking at it for a second, I didn't see the monkey near the window, so. So the reason it's faster, you can see Ambasa getting this monkey with the banana right now. If you get the one in the window, you can skip this one, because this is like the longest one in the stage to get.
Okay, so Muffin, please tell me that you did not speed up the next 2 levels.
Oh, Crash just got bodied.
I think he did speed him up a little bit, probably, but we should be able to talk about Crash's extra stuff. Because those levels are actually pretty interesting. In the other 3 runs, you're just going to float right to the boss. But you obviously can't do that because you don't do the slingshot fly, so we'll see.
Yeah, the next 2 levels have some really impressive skips for their time.
Dude, this is like the longest amount of time you actually have to float upwards with the slingshot thing. This tall skyscraper. It's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, that's one where you really want to get a fast airwalk, or else you're gonna take forever.
Yeah, like Ambasa.
Exactly.
Like, he was a good bit ahead of my run there, and I just caught up. But the reason they're dying over there is to respawn the tank over there. Because the tank is kind of necessary for breaking these walls down. So it's either go out of bounds and dash really quick to that spot, or ride the tank all the way through the level. Which takes a good amount of time. I couldn't tell you how much, because I've never bothered to time that. Why?
Oh wow, Ambasa got like a really lucky catch.
No kidding. He waited for the rocket, dude. I don't blame him.
Oh,
Oh, dude.
is notorious.
Freaking. Oh my god, Ambasa and I are living the same life right now.
Oh no, Ambasa got wrecked. He got bodied on this one.
Yeah, just a little bit worse, but still. So, the thing Squid did, and most people do nowadays, is you can just jump and catch that stoplight monkey from below. But, my run in Ambasa's, we tried to go up there to get him, and there's a good chance he's gonna knock you out, and that's exactly what happened.
There goes Crash riding in the
Oh, speaking
tank.
of the tank part, dude, you get to see it live. You get to see this whole level right now.
Good stuff right here.
Now he's caught up. It's all good, man. Oh, because he's on US, he can't actually catch that turret monkey, so he had to just break the turret earlier. It's like 10 minutes ago because it was sped up, but you know, you get the point. Alright, so huge difference here. You're gonna see top 3 and bottom left. Or top 2 and bottom left, my bad.
Yeah.
Skip to the end. And Crash has to go through the level. Because this
Not
level
really,
works
this
really
is really-
strangely. Oh, really? Can you
This is a
skip to the
really
end?
cool skip you will actually see. This utilizes the extra little height of the boost fly, and this is actually a really, really cool skip.
I'm looking forward to it. Got some out of bounds action. Oh, dude, nice. That is cool. I like that
He's
a lot.
essentially doing the same thing. He's just going like a very long way around because he had to find ledges to grab onto
Hmm.
or close enough.
Yeah, he can only go so high, so he had to do it from a higher point. That's still really cool.
Like, I can imagine that like the same idea was implemented. Then like oh, you can go up on here once the airwalk is found.
Yeah, this is a really funny area. Like, the level just loops in a big circle, but the boss only spawns from one side of the loading zone, so you go in the opposite way and then you just go right back out, and then he spawns.
It's so silly that they just leave the door right wide open.
Yeah, it's also the same thing on the next level,
Yeah.
where you pretty much enter through the back and then go back through the door, and you get to the final boss.
This is one of the few bosses where explosives don't matter. Like, it still takes the exact same number of hits to kill him. So the only thing that's gonna matter here is just luck. He's like Pink Monkey in that he has a bunch of attacks he can do and they take differing amounts of time. A lot of them are really similar though. There's not as big of a gap as between Pinks. The only one that's a long time waster is the one where he drops like the soft serve pink pigs. The rest of them are about the same. However, there's some where if you want to end them early, you gotta take damage. So that's kind of a bad thing if you get those over and over. Because you can end up with like 1 health and then not be able to stop it. You just gotta eat the whole animation.
Yeah, there's also the time where Monkey Yellow can just like juke you out and like you think you dodge, but he's like, nope, chop.
Yeah, his chops are pretty unique. He has a few set patterns he goes by, but it takes a long time before you figure out which one he's gonna do.
Because
a lot of them have the same
net
opening.
floats up. That's actually really cool what Ambasa does. He net floats up and then uses the Skyflyer to come back down, just so he doesn't get hit.
Yeah, he's playing it super safe. Something kind of funny, you can just float in place with the slingshot and you won't take damage from the chop, even if you're below it.
Oh, well, that's...
Wow.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, it's great. Because you get kind of like pushed out of the way because you're in the air or whatever.
Kind of like how Ambasa did like on the first yellow fight.
Yeah. So Crash's fight was about the same as everybody else's, it's just he took longer to get there, so that's why his video ends last. Alright, final level, y'all. Now, I'm not going to know anything about what Crash is going to know, so Bman's going to be talking quite a bit here, I bet. If he can keep up.
Okay.
We'll see.
So this level is fun. Okay. We can still skip this level, but you see the other 3 just go and net float to the end of the level. You normally have to go into each door and then go through that area, then through the next door and everything. When we just skip over the giant ass gap. I'll tell you that much. This is like really, really cool and precise. Oh, no, Crash missed the first one, but he can go back and try it again.
Something the other 3 are doing, they're doing the Skyflyer clip thing, like into the fish tank. Thankfully, you get to see it again because Ambasa missed it.
Yeah, you the Skyflyer just pushes you back down to where you're supposed to be. So for this, you basically just move over and then fly down, and you end up in the loading zone to find boss.
So is it just this repeatedly? Like you climb high up and then you skip to the next portion?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Well, he does go through that loading zone though.
And then you have to go through here, which is also...
Okay,
the
yeah.
Skyflyer was there, right there was a little bit weird.
So he still has to go through like a significant portion of the level, but now
Yes,
he's
but
finally
most
caught
of it
up.
is skipped.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so because
Camera
he can't
angles
do
are
the
really weird pulling the
Skyflyer,
bomb.
he can't do the Skyflyer clip, so he had to pull the bomb to the door to blow it open.
I've never seen that bomb in my life.
Really? Nice. Yeah, final boss. You use explosives on the second part, but the first part, there's just no reason to. It doesn't speed it up at all, so these are going to be similar. How they dodge attacks might be kind of fun to see, but otherwise, it's just whatever.
Yeah, it's like a big laser that you can see right now. You can just like crouch in the middle of it and not get hit because it's in like a cylindrical thing, so it's really cool. You just stand between the crevice.
There is one thing, if the monkey is sucking you in, then you want to be right next to him to bait him into attacking to stop it early. I don't know if everybody's going to do that.
Yeah.
You and Squid do, but the other 2 don't.
Okay. Yeah, you can see
So-
Ambasa sitting it out right now. It's not a huge difference, it's maybe like a second and a half, 2 seconds or something, but it's still nice to do.
Are the missiles the fastest attack that this guy can do, and then the enemies are the slowest? Or is it
Enemies are the slowest, yeah. I think like the suction and the missiles are pretty close though. And even the enemies aren't that much slower. They're about
Right.
the same. Like, I don't know, I was sitting in time trial for a while on this guy, and I was getting pretty darn similar times each time. Like within a second of each one. So this first form's not the one to look out for. The second one, however, is a nightmare.
especially on the American version.
Oh, dude, I really hope he doesn't get like a billion punches, but he probably
Yeah.
will.
So, funnily enough, there's on the Japanese version, there's an attack that Spectre can do here, where he'll like pound his chest like that he's doing right now, and then he'll like release his fists to come and attack you. So on the Japanese version, I think the maximum he can get is like 12 total punches.
Mm-hmm.
But on the US version, there's like a much larger amount. But there's also the like chance, the one in a lifetime chance that you can get no punches at all. That's only been done on the American version.
Oh, dude, you'll finally get to see the cycle where he closes the arena into 2 squares.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
if you use
God.
explosives on him, then you actually skip that part, because when Spectre gets down to like 1 hit remaining, he closes the arena and makes it smaller, like Bman was saying. However, if you just get him with explosives, he's like barely outside the range, and then you kill him before he gets in there, so...
Oh, dang, Crash
So-
uses explosives too.
Oh really? Well, you're not even gonna see it, just know that
I think
he
Ambasa
just
still
grabs
does it
the
though.
sides. Does he really? No way. Ambasa, please, get it together, man.
But yeah, the
I
attacks
don't
you
know,
want to
man. It's
get
been
here.
a year since I watched Ambassa's run.
The attacks you want to get here are the missiles and the grab, not the punches ever.
So,
Oh,
to sort
also-
of follow up on what Shad was saying, the reason the punches are more set on the Japanese version is because, like, they're actually a set amount when you get them. Depending on when he uses them, he'll either do, like, 2 or 4 punches, but on the US, he can just do however many he wants if he actually does the punches. Like, on Crash's screen, he can do anywhere from 2 to, like, 10 or something. It's just random. But yeah, you were saying, B-Man?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, this is like the only video that Ambasa has ever actually shown during for his runs.
Yeah, there's actually a run on his Twitch page that he highlighted that's like a 103, but other than that, this is the only other video that he has on Ape Escape 2.
And this is including all the other Ape games that he has done runs of.
Right.
I think he,
I think he
has
had
like a low
Ape
57.
3 run. I don't
Yeah.
know, but like he had an Ape 3 run at one point, but deleted it off his Twitch for some reason.
Okay.
So he claims a flat 57, but there's no video, so not on the leaderboards.
He had claimed like a flat 50 in Ape 1, and that's very precise, you know.
Flat 50, flat 57, that's kind of weird, but yeah. So, something I kind of want to point out. The reason Crash is the only one who kept this, like, ending video going is because it's not necessary, it's just something we kind of like to do. We like to see our in-game time afterwards. It's rounded to the minute, so we just see if we cut down to the next minute yet. And Crash
There's also
does
the
not care
fact
about that at all.
Yeah, there's also the fact about the English voice actors. The English voice actors were Ash and Misty from the Pokemon anime.
Yeah,
I would like
Really
to point
cool.
out that Spectre is not Misty, he's talking about somebody else.
yeah, it's
Yeah, the Natalie is Misty. It'd be pretty cool if Spectre was Misty.
be something.
But yeah, that was Ape 2. There was a lot going on, so it was hard to cover most of it, but I think we got the big things, like the big differences between all the runs.
Right.
But yeah, this whole thing was put together by the Moofin. Your commentary was me, Ion, B-Man, and
Shad.
Shad. Yeah.
Woo.
Follow
It
me
took
on
me
Twitch
like
and Twitter.
20
dude.
minutes. It took me like 20 minutes to set up Mumble for this, so
Heck yeah. Shoutouts to Squid, who still plays this game like every dang day, man. It's ridiculous.
Shoutouts to Squid, currently streaming The Endless Grind.
He never
It never
stops
ends.
playing this game, dude.
But yeah, that was a really nice time. Thanks for stopping by, everyone.
Thank you.
Follow me at Bman Rules U21.
Donate to
Yo,
my
I
PayPal.
I don't stream ananymore, but I can still stream whenever.
He just needs a
Don't.
reason.